and there's a lot of hazards going on, and a lot of times you don't have control of that type of an environment. The agricultural industry has a lot of hazards in it. We jump in a vehicle, we run down the road 5 miles, 10 miles, and most accidents happen within 10 miles of where you live. And so there's really no excuse not to wear your seatbelt. Even though it is a short distance, you need to wear your seatbelt in order to preserve your health and your family's well-being at the end of the day. The seatbelt is a decision you make individually, and you're in control of that. So there's not a lot of excuses for not wearing your seatbelt.
Embrace comfort throughout the seasons with Northern Arapahoe Propane and Solid Waste. Proudly rooted in the local community, supporting Fremont County year-round. Your preferred supplier serving enrolled and non-enrolled members. For more information, call 307-463-4185.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of our local Fremont County student athletes.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Welcome, the boys of summer, back in action today as the Riverton Raiders will face off in the Lovell Mustangs to finish off pool play here at the Roy Peck Wooden Bat Invitational. Riverton has already secured their spot in the championship game at 5, going 2-0 yesterday. Both 10-0 runs, or 10-0 wins, run ruled in the fourth, respectively. Welcome to the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show. This is Kevin Shields. I am joined by cameraman Connor. Say hi, cameraman Connor.
Hi.
Wow, he's very excited to be here, as he usually is. He's just waking up. So it is Lovell Mustangs who come in at 1-1 against Riverton, who's 2-0 in this Classic tournament. However, the Lovell Mustangs are 2-0 on the season. They hosted Riverton very early on and beat them both times, I do believe 8-3 and 8-2. Riverton Raiders come in at 11-4. They've greatly improved since that opening week game matchups against Lovell. Lovell comes in at 5-10-1. As we jump to the Ranger keys to the game, it's going to be just like it was yesterday, and they successfully did it yesterday. Get some good pitching and get up early and put the game away to save some pitching and some arms for the championship game. That's really the key to the game for both. Lovell upset yesterday by Rawlins in their first game, and that is, or in their second game, excuse me. And that is kind of where we're at. We're just about 8 minutes from first pitch. When we return, we'll bring you the Sutherland starting lineups here on WYO Today.
Riverton's Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
And welcome back to WYO Today's coverage of Riverton Raider baseball. It is time for the Sutherland starting lineups here on the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show. First for the Lovell Mustangs, leading off at shortstop will be Alex Hedges. The pitcher will be second in the lineup, Jacob Bischoff, followed by center fielder Tucker Jackson. Batting cleanup is the catcher, Leif Files. In the 5-hole, it will be the left fielder, Jack Farrow. Batting sixth will be the first baseman, Blake Wilson. Batting seventh will be the third baseman, Kyle Wilson. Next up, the right fielder, Cove Jolly, and rounding out the lineup for Lovell will be the second baseman, Matt Morgan. For the Riverton Raiders, leading off will be the left fielder, Christopher Rennig. Batting second, as he has all tournament double zero, the catcher, Braden Baker. In the 3-hole, it will be first baseman, Bo Anderson. Batting cleanup, center fielder, Ty Martin. In the 5 spot, second baseman, Carter Noseep. Batting sixth, third baseman, Luca Kramer. Batting seventh, pitcher, Ryan Cox. Now, in the 8-hole, it will be the shortstop, Hunter Keene. And rounding out the lineup will be the right fielder, Lincoln Higgins. That is Sutherland's starting lineups and the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show. We will be right back with the first pitch here on WYO Today.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines. Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the Wyo Today app now.
And welcome back. It's time for the Raiders versus Lovell. Both in black and red, white outlines on both teams, so they're pretty darn close to each other, just a slightly darker black. Raiders are in gray pants and Lovell in white. First up to face against Ryan Cox will be Alex Hedges, the shortstop, number 30. Pitch is on the way, and it's popped up, and it's going to be over our head for strike one. So Cox quickly getting ahead 0-1 on the very first pitch. Second one will be on its way here, and it's a swing and a miss. He quickly gets it to 0-2, does Cox. Cox wanted the strikeout here. He looks in, shakes off the first signal from Baker, comes from the stretch, and that one is way inside to take the count to 1-2. Lovell looking for their third victory of the year over Riverton, but the tail of the season has gone drastic since that opening weekend 2-0 win. And this one's sky-high foul. So we'll redo 1-2 count. Lovell winning two games in a row against Riverton, but since then the records tell the story. Lovell comes in at 5-10-1, and Riverton is 11-4. So 9-2 since those losses to Lovell, and he gets him looking on the fifth pitch of the day. And there is one out here in the first. 5 pitches, 3 strikes, or 4 strikes technically, 1 fouled off, and 1 base on at 1 ball. Coming up now is number 13, the pitcher, Jacob Bischoff. Ryan Cox delivers the first one, called strike. So far against 2, he has gotten ahead early in the count with the first pitch strike at each at-bat. Cox comes set from the stretch, delivers the second pitch of the at-bat, and it's down in the dirt, bounces all the way over towards the Lovell dugout. It will be a ball, and it'll take it to 1-1. Cox going out of the stretch. He is a righty. Faced 2 righties so far. Swing and a miss by Bischoff, and he's up 1-2 for the 1-2 against the second straight batter here in the first. Cox shakes off a sign again from Baker, gets the pitch selection he likes, and delivers. And this one is hit out to center. Getting underneath it is going to be Ty Martin, and it is an out. Fly out by Bischoff. On the 9th pitch of the morning, I should say. Riverton, of course, is already clinched by virtue of going 2-0 yesterday in 10-0 run rule games, each one of them a spot in the title game. Facing Jackson Tucker, the center fielder now. First pitch is a ball. It's the first one he's led off with that was not a strike. Another righty in Tucker Jackson. Second pitch is delivered low and inside. So quickly behind 2-0 on the third batter. In the batter's box is Leif Files, cleanup hitter and catcher. 2-0 pitch on the way from Cox, and it's called a strike as Tucker looked to be taking. Cox long look into Baker for this sign. Gets what he wants. The pitch is well high up around neck and head level. Center of the plate, but just way too high. And it's now 3-1. We'll see if Jackson has the green light here, if he gets a pitch he wants to hit. The 3-1 on its way. Swung on, foul tipped, and sent to the back screen. So it is now a full count, 3-2. Cox looking to go 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the first. Pitch on its way, high and inside. And he sends him to first on a walk here with 2 outs. We'll bring up the cleanup hitter, catcher, Leif Files.
How about number 15, Leif Files?
Leif Files, righty, tall drink of water. Pretty slender, actually. He is tall, though. No doubt there. Runner gets his lead. Not much of one for Tucker Jackson. Cox gives him a look, and now comes the plate, and this one's going to be lined right to short. Fielded by Luca Kramer. And that is 3 outs. So at the end of the top half of the first, it's 0-0. No runs, no hits, 1 base on balls for the Lovell Mustangs. Raiders coming to bat here shortly.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
We believe that everyone deserves a second chance, including us. Hi, I'm Brian Robacher, CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. And if we said no to you in the past, I'm asking you for a second chance too. In the midst of everything happening, we are committed now more than ever to second chances and when it comes to your finances. An auto loan for your new car, business loans, home loans, and more. Give Atlantic City Federal Credit Union a second chance to give you a second chance. We've been helping our community thrive since 1964, and now it's your turn. Visit AtlanticCity.coop to apply today. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
Wyoming Waste hopes that all Fremont County sports teams dismiss their opponents like Wyoming Waste dismisses your trash. They offer services from roll-off cans, commercial, and residential garbage. Wyoming Waste services Fremont County, Hot Springs County, Washakie County. They are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please call 307-856-5354 or stop down at the Riverton office, 730 South Broadway. Wyoming Waste wants to wish everyone in Fremont County good luck in their sports this year.
And welcome back. It is the bottom of the first. Ryan Cox facing 4 batters, walking 1, getting 3 outs, though, with no hits and no runs. Christopher Rennick will be first up. He is a righty, and he takes the pitch. And it is called a ball. He takes a ball inside from, trying to get the number, from Bischoff here. Second pitch on the way. It's going to be fouled off by Rennick and back to the screen for strike 1. Of course, Rennick a threat to steal at any given time. Almost all of them a threat to steal. They noticed a hitch in the lefty last night. Going from the wine is Jacob Bischoff, and Rennick's going to ground out to the shortstop. And it's going to be a 6-3 for out 1. Coming up next, Braden Baker, the catcher as usual. He is a righty as well. Bischoff, one of the few pitchers at this level that I've seen so far that have gone from a traditional wind with no one on. Bischoff delivers the first one, and it is Baker watches a strike go by. 0-1 to the catcher. They got the gray batting helmets on today. Well, Baker does. Everybody else has black, it seems. Pitch by Bischoff. Going to be called strike again. Got the outside corner, and Baker finds himself in an 0-2 hole very quickly here in the bottom half of the first. Bischoff for Lovell gets the sign from the line, delivers. And this one's going to be popped up. Should be in play for the first baseman, just in foul territory, and that's exactly what happens. And 6 pitches in, he has 2 outs. Does Bischoff. So Lovell, of course, even with a 5-10-1 record, coming in very confident against this team. They held them to a very low run scoring in the first 2 games of the season, as Lovell won both of those. Coming up is number 9, Bo Anderson. He is the first baseman, and he's going to make contact with the first one. It's going to be fielded by the shortstop and thrown on for out number 3. So 7 pitches, and we get another 6-3 ground out, and that is 3 outs. After 1, it is 0-0. Not in favor of anybody. It's 0-0. We'll be right back here on WYO Today with the second inning.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton. You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Riverton Blowdorn Lumber is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blowdorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blowdorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blowdorn Lumber.
And welcome back. This is the second inning, tied 0-0 as we go into it. Last half of the inning was 0 hits, 0 runs, 0 left on base, 3 up, 3 down, as Lovell went through the first 3 of the Raiders lineup with ease. Riverton only slightly struggling behind Cox, the pitcher. And by slightly, he walked 1 guy. They had 0 runs, 0 hits, and 1 left on base. It brings Jack Farrow, left fielder, up. He's number 10 to face Cox here to start the second. First one swung and missed, so Cox and Bischoff right now pitching very well going into the second. First inning, really no problem for either one. Cox going from the stretch, facing the righty Farrow. Second pitch on the way, and it is fouled off for strike 2. And he quickly finds himself in an 0-2 count, does the 5-hole hitter. Cox gets the sign he wants. Comes set and delivers. And this one's going to be popped up. Should be unassisted by Luca Kramer. Or Hunter Keene, excuse me, the shortstop. And it is a second one that was unassisted. It was hit right to him.
Next up, number 42,
on
Blake Wilson.
This one, not a line out, though, just popped right up. And it brings up the first baseman, Blake Wilson. Another righty. Cox about set to deliver his 19th pitch. It's on the way, and this is going to be swung. This a foul tip for a strike. Brings the count to 0-1. With the exception of the walk, Cox has been able to walk and actually the first hit line drive. Swing and a miss on the second one. Except for those two, he's gotten the first pitch strike, and this is the second one in a row, third overall, that he has gone to 0-2 against. So he's getting ahead of the count more often than not right now. Cox looking for a 3-pitch strikeout potentially, and just misses a little bit high to take the count to the first baseman, 2-1-2. Cox comes set, deliver the 4th pitch of the at-bat, and this one's down in the dirt, and it takes the count to 2-2. Wilson trying to work his way back. He's going to have to defend the plate here as it is 2-2. He is choked up somewhat on his bat, as you would expect, looking to just try and make some contact. Ryan delivers straight down the middle and gets him looking, his second strikeout of the day. Both of them caught the guy off guard, painted a corner, and got the second out of the inning. He now has 2 Ks on the day. Next up at the plate will be the third baseman, number 27, Kyle Wilson, right-hander. Another tall drink of water for Lovell. Cox delivers the first one, and this one's hammered foul. Hammered down the left field line and just went foul for strike one. Wilson will trot back to home plate, pick up his bat. Here with 2 outs in the top half of the second. Cox getting the signal. Shakes the first one off, gets the one he wants. Comes set. And this one is going to be hit right to, Hunter Keene. We should be getting used to this at this point. Keeps going to Hunter Keene.
After 1.5.
Another semi fly out, semi line drived out, but nonetheless, that's 3 up, 3 down. And we'll be back with the bottom half of the second as we'll see a minimum of Ty Martin, Carter Noseep, and Luca Kramer here on WYO Today.
Do you need a midday pick-me-up? Lander Coffee Company serves delicious, fresh roasted coffee, tea, and other drinks. Come to think of it, why not start your day with their quick, healthy breakfasts, like one of their famous acai bowls, or maybe a breakfast burrito? Just need a quick snack? They got you. Stop by, fuel up, and enjoy at 1255 Main Street in Lander at the Lander Coffee Company.
Quality in Thermopolis offers great rates, a convenient location, standard room, and family rooms with bunk beds. Choice Hotel members earn points while you stay. Quality Inn is proud to support Fremont and Hot Springs County student athletes. Head to Nana's Bowling and Bakery in DuBois for family fun night. Now booking parties for all ages and occasions. To reserve your company, family, or birthday party, call 455-3660. Nana's Bowling and Bakery is proud to support Fremont County student athletes.
And welcome back. Bottom half of the second. Both pitchers so far have been on fire. Let's see if Bischoff can continue that. He only took 7 pitches to get the Riverton Raiders out in the first. He will face the cleanup hitter, center fielder Ty Martin, number 38. And here he delivers from the line. And this one is smacked high. And left fielder underplayed it on the run. It goes all the way back to the fence. And Cox is going to have himself a stand-up double for the first hit of the day by either team. Martin gave that a ride, bounced right at the fence, had a chance to carry. It was not played overly well by Jack Farrow. He came in at first and then had to get on his horse and start going outside, start going back to the fence, and still almost got to it. Give him some credit on the speed. Don't know if he had actually taken a couple steps back to judge it first, if he'd been able to get to it, and brings Carter Noseep up with a runner on second. The first pitch of the inning, and it's going to be bunted by Noseep. It's going to easily get him over to third. It's easily going to get him to third for Ty Martin, and it's going to be a sacrifice as Ty Martin will advance. And it went 1-3 on the putout. So 1 out, Ty Martin on third, and brings up third baseman Luca Kramer. And this one's going to catch the outside corner. Luca Kramer coming up. He is the left-hander. He takes strike one to start the inning. Or start the at-bat, excuse me, after the sacrifice by Noseep. Here's the pitch from Bischoff. This is going to be down in the dirt. It'll be ball one to the third baseman, Kramer. Count is 1-1, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Riverton threatening. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. On a little bit of high heat there to take the count to 1-2 against Kramer. Bischoff doesn't like his first sign on the 1-2, shakes it off, and now Kramer is going to ask for time, as they were taking quite a bit of time. Actually, no, the catcher's going to ask for time to kind of retie his shoes a bit. Kramer steps back in. Bischoff looking for the sign. Going from the stretch now. And this one is going for the outside corner. Just misses it. And takes the count to 2-2 to Kramer. Kramer looking to get Riverton on the board here first. On the Gamble scoreboard. Bischoff gets his sign. Comes to the plate and swung on a very high and inside pitch by Kramer. And that is the first strikeout of the day for Bischoff of Lovell. And it's now the second out of the inning. And it'll bring up Ryan Cox. Chance to help himself out. Pitcher, right-hander. Base hit gets in. Ty Martin. First pitch from Bischoff, and he's going to lace it to left field, right field. Right fielder on the run, drops it. And that'll lead to Ryan Cox getting to second. Going to be E9. But it does score Ty Martin, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Raiders. He played it well, or at least he gave it a run on it, and then the right fielder just dropped it. E9, and it brings up Hunter Keene. He's going to swing and miss on strike one there. Getting a big lead off is Ryan Cox off second. Pitch is on the way. It's inside for ball one to Keene. Keene, of course, the shortstop. Riverton up 1-1 count with 2 outs. Base hit, you know they're sending him no matter where it's at, most likely. Pitch on the way. Keene's going to watch it, and they're going to call strike two. So 1-2. So really Bischoff, really the double his big mistake, and then the right fielder with the error did not help him out there. And Raiders are up 1-0. Pitch on the way, very, very high. So Hunter will watch it, and it will be a 2-2 count after the ball. Pitch on the way, and it catches the outside corner for strike three. Caught him looking. So 2 strikeouts, 1 error, and 1 double. Ty Martin scores, and it is 1-0 in favor of the Raiders. We'll be right back with the third inning here on WYO Today.
For more than 60 years, RTO Point S has been installing quality tires and offering expert vehicle service in Fremont County. With 2 locations on South Federal and West Main in Riverton, RTO Point S is proud to support our Fremont County student athletes.
If you're planning home improvement projects, look no further than Valley Lumber. They provide nothing but the best from lumber, power tools, hardware, paint, plumbing supplies. If you need it, they have it. Valley Lumber at 290 North 2nd Street in Lander.
B&M Septic and Excavation offers prompt professional service. Call them today for a quote at 850-2200. They serve far and wide across Fremont County and deep. B&M Septic and Excavation is proud to support Fremont County sports.
Overhead Door Company of Riverton and Lander is your premier dealer for quality windows and doors, featuring quality brands like Anderson, Colby, Larson Storm Doors, and more. Overhead Door Company is proud to support our Fremont County student athletes.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
And welcome back. First pitch down in the dirt, but they did get Cove Jolly, who's up. He is the right fielder to swing and miss. And Braden Baker popped up, may have got him in the knee, or it looked like he's trying to shake off his left leg. He looks all right, just caught him a bit. It is an 0-1 count. Riverton goes up 1-0 in the bottom of the second on 1 run, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 1 error, and 1 left on base. Of course, the big one was Ty Martin with his double, and then Carter Nosey with the sacrifice. Cove Jolly back in the batter's box. He is a righty as well. Cox comes set. Comes to the plate, and this one's going to be hit a bouncer to third, and it's easily going to be beaten out by Cove Jolly. It is going to be an E5 against Luca Kramer. He had it off the bounce, and then it just ate him up. So Cove Jolly on first. That's the first guy to reach, not on base on balls, for Lovell. It does bring up Mac Morgan, the second baseman, number 14, with a runner on. Let's see if Jolly might be on the move. He's got a decent lead. Now he extends it, and they're looking to bunt it, and they do. And they're easily going to throw out Mac Morgan, but Jolly will reach second. So both teams playing a little bit of small ball. It's going to be a 1-3 ground out technically, but sacrifice for out number 1. Alex Hedges, the shortstop and leadoff hitter now, will come up to the plate. He struck out looking in the first. Excuse me. Pitch on the way is inside, doesn't catch the corner though, and it'll be 1-0 count to Hedges. Cox coming set on the 1-0. Has runner second, checks it, now comes, and it's fouled off to the back screen for strike number 1. And now Baker's going to take the new ball out to him and has a little discussion with Cox. Coming back after giving him a new ball. And Baker will assume his position behind plate, and Hedges will step back into the batter's box. Looking to, at the bare minimum for the Mustangs, Hedges looking to move Jolly over to third. The 1-1 is on its way. And it's going to paint the outside corner for strike 2. So once again, Hedges, just in different order, finds himself in his second at-bat at a 1-2 count. He doesn't choke up on the bat here. Cox checks the runner at second. Checks it again, and now comes to the plate, and high and inside, and it got him. So on the 1-2 count, Cox came inside, probably trying to come inside, but not that inside, and got Hedges on, I think, the wrist or forearm, and got hit by a pitch, and now there's runners on first and second as Jacob Bischoff, the pitcher, comes up. Chance for him to help himself. He flew out to center in the first, and we have time on the field. Looks like it was called by, or asked for, requested for, by Jacob Bischoff. Again, he flew out in the first to center to Martin, who coincidentally has the first run of the game. But Mustangs threatening here in the top of the third. This one very much inside and brushes back Bischoff. It is ball 1. Cox coming set. Doesn't check the runner at second and comes in, and it's going to be skied out towards center. It looks like it might get in the gap. It does. So, and it is going to be a double, an RBI double, as a matter of fact, for the pitcher. It's going to get Hedges all the way to third, and it's going to bring home Cove Jolly to tie it up at 1-1. Oh, never mind. He did not score. I looked down. Unable to get it across. So now bases are loaded, and it brings up Tucker Jackson. Tucker's going to take strike 1. I'm surprised they didn't send Jolly there. They had plenty of time. He's got plenty of speed. So bases are juiced now for Tucker Jackson. He reached on base on balls in the first. Takes his first ball. Only one out. Double play would be beautiful here, but I think the speed may be a little too much. They're playing in are the corners, first baseman and third baseman. And this one's going to be hit right to third. He's going to go to second for one, to first, and it's not going to be in time, and it's going to be a wild. It's going to be wild, but luckily not really paying attention. So getting out on that was, let's see here, getting out on that is going to be Jacob Lamb. Or Jacob Bischoff, excuse me, gets the second out on the fielder's choice. Technically, can't assume the double play, but somehow they did not get the second run in on, it went underneath Bo Anderson's glove, trying to turn the double play. It brings up Leif Files. They're going to check over at first here, and he's going to slide in safely. Files, lined out to Hunter Keene, the shortstop, for the third out in the first. His chance, runners on the corner now, chance to give Lovell the lead. First pitch is going to be, looked to be outside, but I think framed perfectly by Braden Baker. Brought it back in and got the strike. Framed it quickly. It's 0-1 now. Cox is going to check the runner at first for an extended amount of time. Now comes set, looks over at third. Now to the plate, and it's inside for ball 1. So a chance to get out of bases loaded, or what was bases loaded with one out. A chance to get out of that with only allowing one run. That would be a win for Riverton. Cox comes set. This one's way outside and low for ball 2. 2-1 count. Hedges on third, Tucker on first at the plate. Leif Files, the catcher. And he's going to ask for time. It's granted here on the 2-1. Files steps back in. Pitch on the way, and this one's going to be popped up into absolute no man's land. Second baseman gave it a run, unable to get to it, and it will score Alex Hedges, and Lovell takes the 2-1 lead. Going over to second is Jackson Turner. On the single there by Files. Just out of the reach of the second baseman, Carter No-Seat, just barely out of his reach. Put it where they ain't, as they say, and you've got 2 on and 2 out here with Jack Farrow coming up. Farrow's going to kind of check swing. I mean, he barely moved the bat, but it is called strike anyway. He came up in the second, and he popped out to Hunter Keene, the shortstop. Cox coming set, delivers. This one's going to be put on the ground. Keene's going to pick it up. It's going to be a hard play, and it's going to be well overthrown, and it is going to score Jackson Tucker, and it's going to take Leif Files all the way to third. It's going to be a single by Jack Farrow, but also an error on the throw. The only reason I'm giving him the singles, I do not think that Hunter was going to be able to get him. Jack Farrow with a lot of speed, and it was hit deep into third base, but kind of slow, deep into short. And it's going to bring Blake Wilson to the plate. He struck out looking in the second. And it's 3-1. He's going to make contact on the first one, goes to third. Third baseman going to throw, and nicely done to get the third out. Nice grab by Bo Anderson, and nice throw by Luca Kramer. So after the top of the third, we go to the bottom, and it's Lovell 3-1 over the Raiders here on WYO Today.
Shoshone Rose Casino and Hotel is proud to support youth sports in Fremont County. Enjoy a meal at the Deca Gai He restaurant. Deca Gai He is Shoshone for the eating house. Open daily from 7:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. Try a weekend getaway with the family in one of their comfortable, pet-friendly guest rooms and enjoy the heated swimming pool. Book online at ShoshoneRose.com and remember to support Fremont County youth sports. Go team!
Your tax pros at 219 East Main Street in Riverton, Wyoming can handle all your tax needs. Whatever your situation, we know what to do. Call 307-856-2256 today to schedule an appointment. H&R Block is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. 381 Subs and Salads is the newest addition to Fremont County. They offer salads, sandwiches, ice cream, and Lotus drinks. 381 Subs and Salads is located at 702 East Main Street in Riverton.
Enjoy fresh-made pizza, pasta, calzones, and subs at Peretz, 519 West Main in Riverton. Open for lunch and dinner Monday through Friday. Closed on weekends. Call 857-7306 to order for pickup or delivery with DoorDash. Peretz.
Midway is at an all-out clear-out for the new 2022 campers with the best price guarantee. Midway has financing with no money down, no payments for the rest of the year. Low interest rates on sweet fifth wheel. Dealer incentives up to $25,000 on toy haulers. Top dollar on trade-ins and door-to-door delivery. It's Midway's all-out clear-out. Midway campers.
And welcome back to Riverton Raider baseball. It's 3-1 in the top half of the third. 3 runs on 3 hits. 2 of those runs were earned. 2 left on base by Lovell as they took the lead 3-1. And there were 2 errors. One by Luca Kramer and one by Hunter Keene. Hunter Keene allowed a base runner on Luca Kramer's. It was a throwing error. I don't think he got him. It was a base hit, but allowed a run to score. And up first is Lincoln Higgins. He is the right fielder, number 12, and he looks at strike one to start it out. The pitch count gravely different. We'll compare that after the full third inning. Second pitch on its way of the at-bat, and Lincoln takes it for ball one. Both teams kind of showed they don't expect this to be easy to get runs in this one, as they both played small ball, sacrificing at times. And Lincoln Higgins going to get a hold of this one. It's going to go to second base. Second base is going to throw on it. He beats it out for an infield single.
Next up, number 8, Christopher Reinig.
Lincoln Higgins showing some speed there as he beat it out in an infield single. And it will bring up Christopher Reinig. He grounded out to short in the first. Reinig, of course, our Papa Murphy's player of the game from the game last night. Pitched, had, I think, just off the top of my head without flipping back in the scorebook, 3 stolen bases. And he comes to bat with 1 on and no outs. He's going to swing through the first one, though, for strike one. Higgins getting a lead. He's got the oven mitt on his left, so it means he's a little bit of a threat. Second pitch of the at-bat on the way, and it's a ball for Reinig. Reinig, of course, playing left field today. Bischoff looks in, delivers, and it's high and causes Reinig to have to go diving kind of down, ducking down quickly, and it's 2-1 to Reinig. Here, so Lincoln Higgins not really getting much of a leadoff. Doesn't look like he's going to think about it. And this one's going to be hit down to third. It's going to be thrown on the first, pulled him off the bag, and it's going to be an E5.
Except the catcher, Braden Baker.
And it also means now you got 2 on and no out, as Braden Baker will come out. It was fielded well by the third baseman, Kyle Wilson, and just on the throw, he just barely pulled Blake Wilson off the bag. It allowed Reinig to get in there. Of course, Reinig with great speed, and brings up Braden Baker. He flew out into foul territory, taken by the first baseman. And he's looking to bunt here, and it's in the dirt. And Higgins almost caught in no man's land, and the catcher does go out to, throws out there to check at second, as Higgins didn't know where the pitch went. It was not fielded cleanly by the catcher, but it didn't go very far away. But a lot of action just for ball one. Baker was showing bunt there, potential sacrifice, got 2 guys speed, first baseman coming in, and he pulls it back, as the first baseman came charging with him about 12 feet. And he swings and misses on the second one. 1-1 count here. Let's see if he shows bunt. He's shown bunt twice, but he did pull it back and go into normal stance. Bischoff comes set. Pitch on the way is high for ball 2. And on that one, he was not showing bunt at all. I guess they've taken it off. 2-1 count here. No outs. Riverton, after giving up the lead of 1-0 to 3-1 for Lovell, looking to get back in this. And this one's going to be a called strike. Just barely caught the top part of the zone. Count goes to 2-2 for the catcher here. Bischoff coming set. Going from the stretch, and this one's well high. He's trying to get that out, that top half of the zone, or top quarter, really. But he's missed it more than he's hit it. It is a full count, though, for Baker. Baker looking for his first hit of the day. And this one's going to be skied foul. It's going to hit a light pole. And so we'll redo, as the bottle of shampoo says, we'll wash, rinse, and repeat the 3-2 count. Baker steps in. Bischoff checks second and comes home. And this one's going to be sent over into the pavilion area and not quite out of play, not into the parking lot. So we'll do the 3-2 count yet again, as Braden Baker fights off 2 strikes in a row. Bischoff set. Comes to the plate and, caught the outside corner, and you can tell Baker's not happy about that. Did look outside, and he gets him looking, though, for out number 1 of the 3rd inning for Riverton. Bo Anderson will come to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded out to short in the 1st inning for out number 3. First baseman Anderson. Of course, the game 1 against Rollins, Papa Murphy's player of the game, Bo Anderson. Pitch on the way, and he swings through it with a big cut for strike 1. Anderson steps back into the box. Bischoff happy with the sign. Checks second, comes home, and it's well outside and high for ball 1. It's a 1-1 count for the first baseman, Anderson. Again, you've got Lincoln Higgins and Rennig on the base pass, 2nd and 1st, respectively. Pitch on the way, and this one is sent sky high, and catcher can't find it. Pitcher trying to run on it, and it hits in the stands for strike 2. It'll be a 1-2 count. We did have somebody jump up and go a-running. Catcher couldn't find it. Sun basically directly overhead. He was looking right up into it. But again, 1-2 count here, 1 out. Bischoff trying to pitch his way out of damage, or out of trouble with no damage, I should say. And Higgins is going to go to 3rd, and he's safe. Stolen base, very close. Good play by Wilson, the catcher, to get it out, but unable to catch Lincoln Higgins there. And so he safely with the second base puts runners on the corner. Anderson took that one for a ball. And it's 2-2 on pitch number 36. 37 on its way, I do believe. Pitch on the way, swung and a miss, and they're sending Rennig anyway. So it's going to be a strikeout for out number 2. But Rennig is going to take second. I'm willing to call that a stolen base. They didn't throw to second. They threw to the pitcher, but the catcher was already throwing when Rennig took off, caught him sleeping. So 2 runners in scoring position as Ty Martin will come up. He has a double in the 2nd, and he's the 1-run scorer. 38th pitch on the way, fouled off by Martin for strike 1. Ump's going to take this time to do a little house cleaning, dust off home plate. Martin now back in the batter's box. That another double would be very, very nice. He got all of that first one. Bischoff comes set, comes home, and swing and a miss. Looked like he was going to try and check it, unable to do that, and Ty Martin finds himself 0-2. Bischoff looks in, very much a pitcher's count, comes to the plate, swung and a missed. Bischoff strikes his way out with 3 straight strikeouts in a row, strikes his way out of the inning, and that'll do it for the 3rd. We'll go to the 4th. Lovell up 3-1 on Riverton here on WYO Today.
You expect the best.
We're out here at a branding today, and there's a lot of hazards going on, and a lot of times you don't have control of that type of an environment. The agricultural industry has a lot of hazards in it. We jump in a vehicle, we run down the road 5 miles, 10 miles, and most accidents happen within 10 miles of where you live. And so there's really no excuse not to wear your seatbelt. Even though it is a short distance, you need to wear your seatbelt in order to preserve your health and your family's well-being at the end of the day. The seatbelt is a decision you make individually, and you're in control of that. So there's not a lot of excuses for not wearing your seatbelt.
Embrace comfort throughout the seasons with Northern Arapahoe Propane and Solid Waste. Proudly rooted in the local community, supporting Fremont County year-round. Your preferred supplier serving enrolled and non-enrolled members. For more information, call 307-463-4185.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
And welcome back. First pitch to Kyle Wilson is going to be hit foul. It is going to be ran after by the left fielder, Chris Rennig, but it is out of play, so that'll be strike one to the third baseman. It's Cox 46 pitch, and he's ahead 1-0, or 0-1, excuse me. Cox comes set, delivers, and check swing. Did he go? I did not see a strike signal. They're going to say ball one. They did point to first. They've got one on first. Riverton lost a golden opportunity in the bottom of the third. They had 0 runs, 1 hit, 1 error against Lovell, but 2 left on base. Lincoln Higgins with a single, and then Chris Rennig reached on an error, and then 3 straight strikeouts, and this one's going to be hit foul by Wilson down third baseline. Very close, but nonetheless, it's 1-2. But then give credit where credit is due. Jacob Bischoff, after getting runners on first and second, they wound up on second and third on steals, but struck out Baker, Anderson, and Martin in a row. 3 strikeouts in a row. Cox comes set on the 1-2, and it's high and inside to take the count to 2-2 to Wilson. Coming set is Cox. He delivers. This one's going to be popped up, and it's looking like it's going to land foul, but not over the fence. So we will redo the 2-2 count here to the third baseman, Kyle Wilson. Riverton really wanting to keep this at a 3-1 game. Cox comes set, delivers the second 2-2 pitch, and it was inside but fought off. It would have been a ball, but was fought off by Kyle Wilson. Caught him very much on the skinny part of the bat and went foul. Didn't really go that high, just went towards the batter's box. So, again, the 2-2 count on its way, and this one's going to be put into play. Luca Kramer's going to field it, and he's going to be off again. So, Kramer's second error of the day. It was a throwing error. He fielded it nicely. And that's actually going to lead to, because of the wild throw, Wilson's going to make it all the way to second. And they have a runner in scoring position. Kramer fielded it nicely, just threw it well to his left. Bo Anderson stretched out for it, but not going to get it as it wound up going off the dirt. So Kyle Wilson will stand at second. He comes and gives all of his batting paraphernalia, the gloves and whatnot, or the elbow guard and whatnot, over to the first base coach. And are they going to we're looking to see, the umpires are having a little bit of a meeting. So we'll see what that is going to result in. Nothing. And it'll bring up Cove Jolly, who started off the second with the started everything off on a Luca Kramer error, actually. He wound up scoring the first run of the game. He reached on the error and then got pushed around. Next guy, Alex Hedges, hit by a pitch, so they kind of started a downfall in the second. So Cove Jolly comes to the plate. First pitch is high and inside, but he swings at almost defensively. Like he was protecting himself. He was just kind of trying to turn, and it caught his bat and goes foul. So the count will be 0-1 here in the top of the fourth. Cox comes set, checks Wilson on second, delivers well outside for ball one. 1-1 count. Gets the sign he wants. Cox now checks the second base runner. Swing and a miss by Jolly, and it's 1-2. No outs here in the fourth inning. Cox comes, sets, delivers the pitch, and it's going to be fouled. So we'll redo the 1-2 count over again. It was hit down into the plate and came back up and hit both Jolly and Braden Baker, the catcher for Riverton. Cox set, delivering the 2-1. Swung on and missed for a strikeout.
Now up number 14, Mac Morgan.
Second strikeout of the day for Ryan Cox, as it'll bring up Mac Morgan, the second baseman. He grounded out to the pitcher, technically a sacrifice bunt, and he's going to swing on the first pitch, and it's going to be caught by Hunter Keene as it went just barely out of the outfield, or out of the infield for the second out. And it'll bring up Alex Hedges. He's one of two on the, or excuse me, 0 for 2 on the day. He was hit by 0 for 1 technically. He struck out looking in the first. He was hit by a pitch. He did wind up scoring in the third, but he reached on the hit by pitch. Cox, first pitch is high and a bit inside for ball one. Hedges steps back into the box. Ryan Cox checks Wilson at second, comes to the plate, and he's going to catch the outside corner for strike one. Cox taking a long look at Kyle Wilson before delivering this one. It's inside, and Kramer's going to lay out and catch it. It was kind of into no man's land, and Kramer gets out 3. Nicely done. It was kind of just barely hit, not necessarily needed to be done there or swing, but Alex Hedges gets out, and so we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Still 3-1 in favor of Lovell here on WYO Today.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of our local Fremont County student athletes.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Riverton's Hampton.
And welcome back, 3-1, bottom of the fourth. Riverton facing off against Bischoff. Jacob Bischoff, the pitcher, number 13 for Lovell, has been on absolute fire, has 4 strikeouts, including last inning 3 in a row to end a threat that had Riverton runners on base. Carter Noseep will lead off. He sacrificed himself in the second on a bunt to the pitcher to move a runner over. It was the first run of the day, and he'll look at a ball high for the first pitch of this at-bat. Bischoff comes set. This one's going to be down in the dirt for ball 2. Pitch on the way by Bischoff outside. Quickly goes 3-0. So maybe for Riverton, maybe the control is starting to go a little bit, although the last 3 batters of the third say otherwise. Bischoff delivers. This one is a strike. Noseep was taking the entire way. See if he has the green light here on the 3-1 count. Bischoff from the wind, and it's inside and almost in the dirt. I don't think it technically was, but it is a base on balls nonetheless. Well off target. And Carter Noseep will be on first as Luca Kramer will come up. Kramer struck out in the second. Excuse me, and that means that he had 5 strikeouts, does Bischoff so far. Kramer, the left-hander of the day, pretty much. Only one that I can recall. Noseep gets a little bit of a lead, and this one's going to be high. So after striking out 3 in a row last inning of the 6 pitches now that Bischoff has thrown this inning, 5 have been balls. Bischoff comes set, delivers. This one right on target, maybe a little bit low, but it swung on a miss by Kramer nonetheless. He kind of brought out the 9-iron, it looked like, on that one. Kramer looks over, gets the sign from Coach Rennig. And Bischoff comes set. He's going to try and bunt it, and he bunts it foul up into the fence there. So it'll be 2 strikes, so I don't think he'll be bunting here. Bischoff coming set. Noseep takes his lead. He checks Noseep for a second time. And here he comes, and Kramer's going to watch a strike on the outside corner, punch him out looking.
Next up, Ryan Cox.
So I'll bring up Ryan Cox. Ryan reached second on an error by the right fielder in the second inning. He was stranded. Here's the pitch. Cox hits it right back to the pitcher. Pitcher goes off his chest and is able to pick it up and get the old 1-3 out for out number 2. It does advance, of course, Carter Noseep, but he wasn't looking to sacrifice it. And it brings up Hunter Keene, who struck out looking in the 6th. In the 6th, that's his position. In the 2nd. 6 strikeouts on the day. Looking for number 7 will be Bischoff. He delivers the first one. It's a little bit high for ball 1. Bischoff checks Noseep at second. Throws, swing and a miss by Keene. Riverton would definitely, at least with 2 outs, to get Noseep in, get a base hit, get him in, and cut this lead in half that currently exists at 2 runs. Bischoff comes set, delivers well high for ball 2. Two-one count. Keene checks Noseep at second. Now he delivers. Looked a little bit high, but he swung anyway, and it's strike 2. So Bischoff looking to strike himself out of runners in scoring, a runner in scoring position again for 2nd inning in a row. Bischoff delivers, swung and missed by Keene. Strikes out swinging this time, 2nd strikeout of the day, and that is 3 outs. So 0 runs on 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 0 errors, and 1 left on base for Riverton. We will go now to the 5th inning with a score 3-1 in favor of Lovell. We'll be right back on WYO Today.
Our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
Jacob Bischoff coming up to lead off the fifth inning. He has an RBI and he has a single and he flew out to center. He's going to watch the first one go by for a ball on, I do believe, pitch number 63 of the day for Ryan Cox. Cox, second pitch of the at-bat, gets the outside edge of the plate and gets strike one on Bischoff. Bischoff pitching an absolute gem. 7 strikeouts on the day, only really been threatened once, and was able to strike out 3 in a row to get out of it. Looked to bunt there. He's going to get called for strike 2 as he pulled it back. But it was right on the same outer half of the plate. So Bischoff now on a 1-2 count, looking to help himself. Cox has pitched well. The fielding has left a little bit to be desired. It's what really hurt us. And this one's going to be popped up. Giving a run on it is the second baseman. Diving, caught. Diving backwards is Carter Nosey, and he will make a great play there. Fly out for out number 1. Noseep shows that he had it, and that will be out 1. Good play by Noseep. And Tucker Jackson will come up. He reached on a fielder's choice and scored on the third and was walked in the first. This one down in the dirt for ball 1. 68th pitch for Cox coming up. Cox comes set, delivers. This one inside for ball 2. Cox set, delivers the pitch, and that is down in towards the dirt and a bit outside, and quickly it's 3-0. Jackson, of course, has walked already. He did so his first at bat. Of course, Leif Files got third out right after that, so it really didn't matter. This one's going to catch the outside half, and it is strike 1. For Cox, 3-1, still a hitter's count. Don't know if they'll give Tucker Jackson the green light. We'll find out. Pitch on the way, and it's called, and Jackson thought it was the walk. He'd already tossed his bat away. Just caught the outside corner, and it's 3-2. So he has Tucker picks his bat back up, and he's going to swing at the next offering, and it's going to be fouled back to the screen, so we'll redo the 3-2 count here. Tucker Jackson playing center field today for Lovell, and it looks like after Rollins lost to Green River 13-0, that this will be basically 2 games against Lovell. And this one is inside for ball 4. So Tucker Jackson draws the second walk of the day for himself. And it's going to bring up Leif Files. Leif Files lined out in the first and got a single, reached all the way to third in the third inning. Cox comes set. Going to take a look at Jackson over on first. He's got a decent lead off. Comes to the plate, and it is strike one. Layfile's not offering on that first strike, and it's 0-1 here in the top of the fifth. Riverton in uncharted territories for this classic, the Roy Peck Wooden-Bat Classic. They haven't played past the bottom of the fourth until today, winning 10-0 against Rollins and 10-0 against Green River, both ending in the fourth. Jackson gets his lead. He was checked on just a moment ago. And Cox is going to almost quick pitch it. Baker has to get down in there and stop it from going past him. It is ball one. That was a weird motion by Cox there. As he started his stretch, he shortened it up. I'm guessing Tucker Jackson worried about the steal here as he checks over at first. 1-1 on its way, and it's high for ball two. Two and one count. Jackson gets the same lead as he's had most of this at bat. Cox delivers, and it's going to be swung and hit foul down third baseline. So it'll be strike two, taking the count to 2-2 with one out and one on here in the fifth. Green Knights coming in. The Green River they're going to watch themselves some baseball. They will face Rollins again in the third, fourth place game if we've got this completely correct. Delivering the 2-2 count to Files, and it's going to be ball three. So 3-2 count again. He had Tucker Jackson at 3-2, did Cox. Lost him on that one. Can he get Files? And running, of course, and it's going to be popped straight up to the third baseman, and now Jackson's got to turn and go back. Kramer takes it unassisted on the fly out before out number two. So it did hang up there quite a bit. It was high hit, not far out, but you saw Jackson kind of panic. He'd reached second. They were going to send him. So if they got a bit of a hit and run on, or if they get the walk, no problem. But he had to sprint back. Brings up Jack Farrow, who has one single on the day on an error by Hunter Keene, and lined out to Hunter as well. He looks at a first pitch strike. (0-1), trying to get out of this with only one walk and nobody moving on. Cox delivers, and it's going to be hit down towards Kramer, and Kramer's going to let it go under his legs, and we're going to have another error. E5 on the play. It is going to take Tucker Jackson to second.
Step number 42, Blake Wilson.
And we'll bring up Blake Wilson. Blake Wilson struck out looking in the second. He grounded out to Luca Kramer, who threw Luca Kramer in the third. Cox delivers to Wilson, high and inside for ball number one. Cox comes set 1-0. Runners on second and first. Pretty big leads, and this one's going to be hit out into center. It's going to fall, and he cuts it off going to third, and they're going to have a guy in a rundown, but they do have an RBI. And now everybody and their brother, and he gets him. So press box very, very happy. But it does bring home Jackson and makes it 4-3. We'll clean up the scorebook here and give you an idea of what we're looking at. It is 4-1 Lovell as we go to the bottom of the fifth here on WYO Today.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines. Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
And welcome back to WYO Today Media's coverage of Raider baseball. 4-1 in favor of the Lovell Mustangs. Lincoln Higgins will be up first. He got a single and stole third eventually, and he's going to foul off the first one for strike one. Okay, so in the top half of the fifth, one run on one hit. That run was earned. There was an error in the inning by the third baseman for Riverton, and they left one on base. And it's one of those unique things. Blake Wilson got a single as the final, but the final out, because in the process, Jack Farrow got picked off, or not picked off, I should say, but he was caught in a rundown at third, and Higgins is going to hit it towards the first baseman. It's going to bounce high. I'm actually going to give Lincoln a single on that, just because it would have taken one heck of a play by the first baseman, Blake Wilson. He had to jump for it, and he's just not tall enough, doesn't have enough hops, unable to get up to it. And as we saw in the third, Lincoln Higgins leads off. Third was the closest Riverton came to scoring any more runs since the first. So Higgins gets on. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Rennig comes to the plate, looks at strike one on the first pitch. Reached on error in the third, did Christopher Rennig, and grounded out in the first. Rennig's going to look at the second one as well, and it is a strike on the outside half. Rennig and Higgins got the furthest. They got the third and second, or second and third respectively. And this one, Chris is going to have to try and defend the plate, and he swings and misses on a ball a good bit off the outer half of the plate. That was well done pitching-wise by Bischoff. And he now has strikeout number 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I said hold on, as if y'all are on the phone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He now has 8 strikeouts on the day. Brings up Braden Baker. Struck out looking in the third. Grounded out in the first. Flew out in the first, excuse me. And he looks at strike one to start the at-bat. Baker 0 for 2 on the day. I'd love to get out of that right now. And the second pitch of the at-bat is going to be high and taken for ball one. Higgins with a bit of a lead. Stole third. Hasn't really made any kind of movement towards second. Pitch on the way, and it is going to be low for ball two. But this is, give Bischoff all the world credit. Hard to win games. Your hard your order, Baker, Anderson, Martin, and No-Seep. And this is going to be swung on and fouled off. Lincoln was on the move. to try and steal second. Now have to come back with 2-2 count. But Bischoff has faced what would be considered the heart or the power of your order. And he's only walked Carter Noseep. Everybody else is 0 for 2 as far as Martin, Anderson, and Baker in the 2 through 6. So Noseep's reached. He's 0 for 1, but he's reached on a base on balls. Pitch on the way. Baker swings. It's going to be hit to third. Trying to turn 2, and it's a bad throw. It's going to lead Higgins to third. Baker is going to go to just reach first on the error there, and it's going to be an E5. He was trying to go for the double play potentially on pitch number 66, and it'll have runners on the corner with Bo Anderson coming play. It'd be nice to see him wake up here. In the first, he grounded out to short, and he struck out as part of that 3 strikeouts in a row in the third. So a little bit of sketch. Now Bo's going to step out of the batter's box, and they get the signal for a catcher doing like the Madonna Vogue dance for the pitcher there to signal that in. Bo Anderson's going to swing at the first one, going to foul it out of play. Can't assume the double play. Would have been a fielder's choice most likely because I don't think they would have gotten Baker at first, but the throw was just not good. Down in the dirt, scooted out well past second baseman, and this one's going to be outside to Anderson to even up the count 1-1. Just need a deep enough fly ball at this point, at least to cut the lead down to 2. But they're not thinking that. And there goes Baker on a hit and run. It's going to eat the shortstop up, and there's going to be no play. Higgins is going to score, and Anderson is going to reach on an E6. And Baker's going to go to second. E6 there, so second error in a row from that side of from the left side of the infield, and now Riverton has something working. It's 4-2. Ty Martin coming to the plate. He doubled in the, I shortchanged him earlier. He did double and score the first run of the game in the second. He struck out in the third. So here in the fifth, he's got runners on first and second. Pitch on the way, and Martin's going to give it a little bit of a ride into left center. It's going to fall for a single, and everybody's going to try and get there in time. And they do. Everybody advances, so Baker will go to third, Anderson to second.
Number 4, Carter Noseep.
And that was just, once again, hit where they ain't, so to speak. And it'll bring Carter Noseep up with the bases juiced full of Riverton Raiders. Noseep, of course, sacrifice in the first and got a base on balls in the, sacrifice in the second, base on balls in the second or fourth. Bischoff delivers, Noseep swinging, and it's going to go foul for strike number 1. 1 out here. Riverton with a golden opportunity with bases loaded. Bischoff comes set from the stretch, and this is down in the dirt. Good job by Wilson, the catcher, to not let it go past him. It'll be ball 1. 1-1 count. Swung on and missed by Noseep there, and be strike number 2. Bischoff set, swing, throws it, it's in the dirt again, and another good job by Wilson to keep it in front of him and not let it go past. Of course, of the Wilson boys, that is, not Wilson, Files is the catcher. I don't know why I kept saying that. Leif Files, good job there. And here's the pitch, and it's put into play by, they're going to try and look to turn 2. They're going to have a fielder's choice, and a run is going to score in Braden Baker. So Noseeb hits it to second.
Next up, Luca Kramer.
He reaches first, and Ty Martin is thrown out as the run scores. So RBI on the fielder's choice for Carter Noseeb. Runner interference called, and Rennig is not happy at all. So they're going to call Ty Martin. They're going to call. Well, wait a second, Ty Martin. You can't assume the double play though. So they're going to call Carter Noseeb out based on Ty Martin runner interference. So we'll see what is going to occur here as far as the run goes. Because if you're assuming the double play, the run should come off. So they're going to – that's the only thing I can figure is that it is Ty Martin getting called for interference. Thus, Noseeb is out. And Rennig is not happy with it, and he's giving both umps somewhat for. I guess they're saying Martin tried to slide out of the base path, but there was no chance at turning the double play anyway. Noseeb was there. So Rennig going to argue this, as would be the norm. I've never seen a manager actually win an argument as far as an overturn. So, and Rennig finally now he's just going to walk off, and I'm guessing that the run is going to come off. We'll update you after these messages on WYO Today. It is 4-3 or 4-2 in favor of Lovell.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
We believe that everyone deserves a second chance, including us. Hi, I'm Brian Robacher, CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. And if we said no to you in the past, I'm asking you for a second chance too. In the midst of everything happening, we are committed now more than ever to second chances and when it comes to your finances. An auto loan for your new car, business loans, home loans, and more. Give Atlantic City Federal Credit Union a second chance to give you a second chance. We've been helping our community thrive since 1964, and now it's your turn. Visit atlanticcity.coop to apply today. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
Wyoming Waste hopes that all Fremont County sports opponents like Wyoming Waste dismisses your trash. They offer services from roll-off cans, commercial, and residential garbage. Wyoming Waste services Fremont County, Hot Springs County, Washakie County. They are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please call 307-856-5354 or stop down at the Riverton office, 730 South Broadway. Wyoming Waste wants to wish everyone in Fremont County good luck in their sports this year.
If you're...
And welcome back. Ty Martin has come in for Riverton to pitch now. He will take over. So 5 innings pitched by Cox. And the first one is high and inside. To Kyle Wilson. No, not Kyle Wilson. Yes, Kyle Wilson. There we go. I was looking at the position, not the other one. So ball one. So we'll get into after this at bat or when we get a break what just occurred. Swung on and missed. It is 4-2 for the Raiders. So on the 1-1 count, what has happened is Ty Martin, they're going to say, interfered with the throw to first. So Carter Noseep is out. He looks at ball 2, does Kyle Wilson. So Noseep is out based on Ty Martin, which is weird because, I mean, it have to be runner interference because you can't assume the double play, and there was no throw to second. They're saying it was because of Ty Martin. Ball 3 on its way in the dirt. So, nonetheless, it goes to 4-2 here instead of 4-3. The faithful for Riverton not thrilled in the very least to say with the call. This one swung on and missed. It'll take the count to full. As Ty Martin will try and look to get the first out here of the 6th. On the way, and he gets him looking. Nah, it was looking. So did you hear the Ty didn't slide at all? So that's yeah, he's supposed to go down. So they're saying that because Ty did not slide, and he is supposed to go down technically by the rules, that it's runner interference. First pitch here to Cove Jolly is a ball. Second one foul tipped. First strike, number 1. Cove Jolly has struck out in the 4th and reached on a E5 on an error in the 3rd. This one's going to be popped up for Jolly, and everybody's going to kind of look around, and no one knows where it is. And I don't think anybody knows where that one landed. I didn't hear anything, but it is a 1-2 count here in the top half of the 6th. And that is, Kyle, that was one of the worst offerings I've seen at a pitch in quite some time. Joe, it's like he wanted to come out, then he wanted to stop it, but just couldn't. So it just lazily went around well after the ball. So second strikeout in a row, this one swinging for Cove Jolly, and second one in a row for Ty Martin as he comes to the plate quickly into the dirt against Mac Morgan. Ball 1. Mac Morgan grounded out in the 3rd and lined out in the 4th. So he's 0 for 2 on the day, is the second baseman for Lovell. Martin coming to the plate. This one misses the inside half for ball number 2. Martin delivers. This one's going to be sliced foul for strike number 1. Pitch on the way, down in the dirt for ball number 3. So after 2 strikeouts, Mac Morgan has worked the count to 3-1 with 2 outs here in the 6th, the lead 2 for Lovell. Martin delivers this one. It's going to be put into play to the second baseman, fielded and thrown on by Noseep to Bo Anderson for the 6-3 putout. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. It's 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. I'll go ahead and switch the inning because I forgot to. And we'll be right back on WYO Today here in just a few moments.
Depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
And welcome back. It is 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the sixth. Bischoff still in, as I kind of expect him to be, and Luca Kramer coming to the plate. He has struck out both in the second and in the fourth, 0 for 2 on the day. Bischoff comes set with his 79th offering, and this one is in the dirt and all the way back to the screen for ball one. Second one is high, yes. 2-0 is now the count. Bischoff with the delivery, and this one's lined out towards right field, and it's going to fall for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Kramer going to round second. He's wanting a triple, and he gets it flying around the base path. Triple by Luca Kramer. And runner immediately in scoring position as Ryan Cox will come to the plate. Of course, Ryan started as the pitcher. Chance to help him out and get him into a no-decision territory maybe. Cox is reached on an error in the second and grounded out to the pitcher. Hit him in the chest, actually. Bischoff delivers, and Cox is going to send that one sky high. Second center fielder is going to run on it and catch it in right center field. But Luca is going to tag up on the sacrifice fly and score to make it 4-3. So sac fly by Ryan Cox in the right center field cuts the lead to 1. And coming up with no men on will be Hunter Keene. He, much like Luca Kramer, 0 for 2 on the day, had struck out. Let's see if he can break this streak of bad luck in the sixth like Luca did. Pitch on the way. Keene's going to watch it for strike one. Bischoff from the wind, high and outside for ball number one. Straight down the middle on pitch number 85 for Bischoff, and Hunter takes it for strike two. Bischoff delivering into the dirt, and it's going to go to 2-2 here for the shortstop. Riverton trying to claw their way back into it. Gave up 3 in the third, 1 in the fifth. They've scored 1 in the second, fifth, and sixth. This one's going to be outside to take the count to full. Lincoln Higgins stands in the batter, and he's going to watch it, catch the corner. Hunter not defending that one well, and it's out number 2 as he struck out looking twice, swinging once. I was going to say Lincoln Higgins standing in the warm-up area. I just forgot the name of that. Higgins is 2 for 2. He's got a single, 2 singles, stolen base, and he scored. And this one he's going to slice deep foul into the parking lot. So Higgins, maybe it's the gray bat or something. He's the only guy wearing one, I do believe, today. Everybody else wearing black. Higgins having a good day today. He's going to look at the second one, though. Second pitch of the at-bat, and it's in for strike number 2. So he's down 0-2. Bischoff looking to hit double digits on the strikeouts here. He's sitting at 9. Pitch on the way, and it's sent foul down towards the temporary bleachers. So we'll redo the 0-2. 91 pitches on the day right now for Jacob Bischoff. Higgins going to step back in on the 0-2. Bischoff from his wind. Down in the dirt. And it's now 1-2. Higgins back in 1-2. Looking to get himself on base here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. And he's going to offer a pitch way outside. And Bischoff now has his 10th strikeout of the day. So 1 run
After 6 complete innings,
scored on 1 hit. No errors and nobody left on base. We'll be right back here on Wire Today. It's 4-3 as we go to the 7th.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Riverton Blowdorn Lumber is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blowdorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blowdorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blowdorn Lumber.
Do you need a midday pick-me-up? Lander Coffee Company serves delicious, fresh roasted coffee, tea, and other drinks. Come to think of it, why not start your day with their quick, healthy breakfasts, like one of their famous acai bowls, or maybe a breakfast burrito? Just need a quick snack? They got you. Stop by, fuel up, and enjoy at 1255 Main Street in Lander at the Lander Coffee Company.
Quality in Thermopolis offers great rates, a convenient location, standard room and family rooms with bunk beds. Choice Hotel members earn points while you stay. Quality Inn is proud to support Fremont and Hot Springs County student athletes.
And welcome back to the top of the 7th. 4-3 in favor of Lovell. Ty Martin still pitching, went 1-2-3 in the 6th, and he's facing Alex Hedges, the leadoff man, and his first pitch of the inning is swung on for strike 1. Hedges has reached on a hit by pitch in the 3rd. He struck out in the 1st, and he lined out to Kramer in the 4th. Second pitch is on its way. It is called ball 1. Pitch is on the way, and it's going to be high for ball number 2. 2-1 count now to the shortstop for the Lovell Mustangs. Swing and a miss. Take the count to 2-2 as Martin has kind of settled in right away. Struck out 2 in the 6th and got a ground out to the shortstop for the 3rd and final out. Nobody reached. And here is the 2-2, and it's well high. Just lost it as he was coming over. And he'll take the count to full, 3-2. Pitch on the way, swung and missed. It's the 3rd strikeout of the day for Ty Martin.
Next up, number 13, Jacob Bischoff.
So coming up to the plate now, Jacob Bischoff, the pitcher who's been phenomenal. First one is a ball from Martin. Well, he's been phenomenal from that. He's flown out twice, and he has reached once on a single. Got an RBI on that single. First run of the day scored off of it. And he's going to swing and foul tip the second pitch of the at-bat. So it'll be strike 1 to Bischoff. Martin delivers this one, and it's going to be hit to Luca Kramer. Kramer fields it. Throw is right on time and perfectly thrown.
Number 19, Tucker Jackson.
So 2 outs, and Tucker Jackson coming to the plate. He has walked twice and reached on a fielder's choice in the third. He has scored twice. So he's half their run total. And he looks at the first one, which is strike one. Oh, that smells good. You smell the burgers cooking now. Just hit us. Second pitch, low and outside. Down in the dirt a little bit. So it'll be ball one to Tucker Jackson. Tucker comes set, delivers, or excuse me, Ty comes set, and it's going to be hit foul, given a run on it by the right fielder, Lincoln Higgins, but unable to get there in time. But it is strike two now. So Ty Martin looking to get his fourth strikeout of 6 batters faced if he can get Jackson here. This one's going to be high and a bit outside. Take the count to 2-2, trying to get Jackson to chase. One thing Jackson's shown us with his 2 walks is he's got good plate discipline. Martin delivers this one outside, tried to be framed by Baker, but unable to do so. And it'll take the count at 3-2. Can Jackson draw yet another walk? It'd be his third of the day. Pitch on the way. It's going to be foul tipped. So we'll do that one again, but Rennig is coming out on a 3-2 count. This would be an interesting change. So since that was his 30th pitch, I'm guessing he's reached a limit of some sort in the past couple of days. So not every day you see a pitcher subbed out on a 3-2 count. Pitching now is going to be number 8, Christopher Rennig. No, that's not number 8. That's number 6. It might be Luca Kramer. So it is going to be Luca Kramer. He's warming up. We'll take this warm-up with him and be right back with the final pitch of the 3-2 with 2 outs at bat here on Wire Today.
Head to Nana's Bowling and Bakery in DuBois for Family Fun Night. Now booking parties for all ages and occasions. To reserve your company, family, or birthday party, call 455-3660. Nana's Bowling and Bakery is proud to support Fremont County student athletes.
For more than 60 years, RTO Point S has been installing quality tires and offering expert vehicle service in Fremont County. With 2 locations on South Federal and West Main in Riverton, RTO Point S is proud to support our Fremont County student athletes.
If you're planning home improvement projects, look no further than Valley Lumber. They provide nothing but the best from lumber, power tools, hardware, paint, plumbing supplies. If you need it, they have it. Valley Lumber at 290 North 2nd Street in Lander.
B&M Septic and Excavation offers prompt professional service. Call them today for a quote at 850-2200. They serve far and wide across Fremont County and deep. B&M Septic and Excavation is proud to support Fremont County sports.
Overhead Door Company of Riverton and Lander is your premier dealer for quality windows and doors, featuring quality brands like Anderson, Colby, Larson Storm Doors, and more. Overhead Door Company is proud to support our Fremont County student athletes.
For a place, a people, an idea. for right and freedom.
Overhead.
And welcome back. Luca Kramer on the mound. He inherits a 3-2 count, so he could literally get out of this with one pitch potentially. Pitch is on the way, and it's going to be fouled back. And this one's going to be hit into center field by Tucker and taken by 8, so out number 3. So Kramer literally gets out with 2 pitches, one fouled off and one sent into outfield, and that will do it for the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th here with WYO Today. Level up 4-3.
Is your premier dealer for quality windows and doors, featuring quality brands like Anderson, Colby, Larson Storm Doors, and more. Overhead Door Company is proud to support our Fremont County student athletes.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Shoshone Rose Casino and Hotel is proud to support youth sports in Fremont County. Enjoy a meal at the Deca Gai He restaurant. Deca Gai He is Shoshone for the eating house. Open daily from 7:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. Try a weekend getaway with the family in one of their comfortable, pet-friendly guest rooms and enjoy the heated swimming pool. Book online at ShoshoneRose.com and remember to support Fremont County youth sports. Go team!
Your tax pros at 219 East Main Street in Riverton, Wyoming can handle all your tax needs. Whatever your situation, we know what to do. Call 307-856-2256 today to schedule an appointment. H&R Block is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
And welcome back to WYO Today. It is the bottom of the 7th, last chance for the Riverton Raiders. They trail by 1, and things set up well for them, with the exception of they're facing Bischoff, who's going to go for the complete game here. He's 93 pitches in, but it sets up well for Riverton, as it will be the top half of the lineup if they can get things going. Leadoff man Christopher Rennick, he reached on an error in the 3rd and grounded out in the 1st, but did strike out his last at-bat in the 5th in 3 straight pitches. Rennick really looking to get on base. That's the most important part here. Bischoff from the line. He delivers at it. Strike 1 to Rennick. From the wind again on the 0-1, and this one's going to be outside for ball 1 to Rennick. Raiders need 1 to tie, 2 to win here in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch on the way, and it's inside for ball 2. So I would estimate, even though he's going for a complete game, I would kind of guess that, that Bischoff might be on a short leash, just because he is at 96 pitches now. Pitch on the way, and this one's going to be sent straight up into foul territory. It's going to stay in play, though, and the pitcher is going to run over and get it.
Next up for the Raiders, Braden Baker.
For out number 1, Baker coming to the plate. Reached on an error in the 5th last time up, but did strike out in the 3rd looking and flew out. No one's gotten really anything deep except for Ty Martin today. And Ryan Cox on a sacrifice. So Baker going to step into the box. Bischoff from the wind. And this one's going to be smacked foul for strike 1. Bischoff from the line on the 0-1, and it's outside for ball one. Bischoff from the line. This one's going to be laced out towards right field. Will it fall? It will. Baker gets it started with a single.
Bo Anderson.
He'll bring up Bo Anderson's last at bat. He reached on an error by the shortstop. He did, well, kind of like Braden Baker, except for the ground out versus fly out. He grounded out in the first, struck out in the third, but these are the guys you want up as Anderson will come to the plate. Let's see here, will Braden Baker be on the move? We did see him steal last night. And this one down in the dirt for ball one to Anderson. So barring a double play here, Ty Martin would come up to the plate. On the next at bat, Baker takes his lead. And he's off to the races. It's down in the dirt, and he gets it standing as the catcher struggled with transitioning it over. So runner now in scoring position in the form of Braden Baker, and a 2-0 count to Bo Anderson. This one's going to take the outside edge of the strike zone for strike one against Anderson. One out here, bottom of the seventh. Delivery is down in the dirt again. Good job by Leif Files to keep it in front of him and not allow him to advance. Does take the count to 3-1 on Bo Anderson. This one's going to be smacked foul. Take the count to full. As now I think we're at 106 pitches for Bischoff. 3-2, big pitch coming up here for Bischoff, and big at bat for Bo Anderson. Bischoff comes set from the stretch. This is going to be lined out into right center field. Braden Baker's going to come home, and it's tied. Baker on the RBI double, and it got, or RBI single, excuse me. When they went home, he did go to second and got in safely. So the winning run in scoring position
Now batting Ty Martin.
on the 22nd, and Ty Martin will come to the plate with a chance to walk it off, and they've seen enough. They're going to go get Bischoff, so we will take it with him. Bischoff is going to finish with about 107 pitches, and it is, again, tied, so he went from dominating all game to he's going to get a no decision. Well, he might even get the loss if Anderson scores here in this inning. So we'll take it with him. It's 4-4. Come on back. See if the Raiders can walk it off on WYO today.
381 Subs and Salads is the newest addition to Fremont County. They offer salads, sandwiches, ice cream, and Lotus drinks. 381 Subs and Salads is located at 702 East Main Street in Riverton.
Enjoy fresh-made pizza, pasta, calzones, and subs at Peretz, 519 West Main in Riverton. Open for lunch and dinner Monday through Friday. Closed on weekends. Call 857-7306 to order for pickup or delivery with DoorDash. Peretz.
Midway is at an all-out clear-out for the new 2022 campers with the best price guarantee. Midway has financing with no money down, no payments for the rest of the year. Low interest rates on sweet fifth wheel. Dealer incentives up to $25,000 on toy haulers. Top dollar on trade-ins and door-to-door delivery. It's Midway's all-out clear-out. MidwayCampers.com. Midway, when you expect the best.
We're out here at a branding today, and there's a lot of hazards going on, and a lot of times you don't have control of that type of an environment. The agricultural industry has a lot of hazards in it. We jump in a vehicle, we run down the road 5 miles, 10 miles, and most accidents happen within 10 miles of where you live. And so there's really no excuse not to wear your seatbelt. Even though it is a short distance, you need to wear your seatbelt in order to preserve your health and your family's well-being at the end of the day. The seatbelt is a decision you make individually, and you're in control of that. So there's not a lot of excuses for not wearing your seatbelt.
And welcome back here to WYO Today. Tucker Jackson is now the pitcher. Number 19, he comes in with one out, runner on second, and Ty Martin at the plate here. Swing and a miss by Martin there on the first pitch by number 19. Martin with a chance to walk out. Bo Anderson sits on second, and there's going to be time on the field there. So Bischoff finishes 7 1/3 innings, 26 at-bats. He gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. Walked 1, struck out 10 or 11. I need to do a fresh count, but no, struck out 10, excuse me. Jackson comes set. Pitch to Martin. He's going to catch the outside corner for strike number 2. Might be a little bit outside, but you got to give credit. As they say, players want the umps to be consistent, and all the pitchers have gotten that outside area. It's 0-2 to Martin, and he's going to call for time again. Martin steps back in. We have a dog now barking. Jackson delivers the pitch, and this one's popped in the center. The unfortunate part is even if it dropped, it did not. Bo Anderson's going to try and get to third, and he is there on the sacrifice fly for out number 2. So Anderson's 90 feet away, but I think it doesn't, unless it's just a dribbler to some extent. Carter Noseep is going to come to the plate with the winning run just 90 feet away. So I think they'd be sending him no matter what, knowing Rennick and how aggressive he is on the base path. Noseep is going to watch one go outside for ball number 1. On the day, Noseep does have an RBI on a fielder's choice. He's walked once, and he has sacrificed once in the second. This one's going to be hit foul. So it'll be a strike 1 along with ball 1. 1-1 count. Riverton trying to pull this out. They have trailed the entire time. This one's going to be high for ball number 2. Excuse me, they did have it tied there for a little while, 1-1, but they have not led whatsoever. Jackson from the stretch is going to deliver, and it's going to be popped up, and it's going to be a can of corn, it looks like it is, for the first baseman, and out number 3. So now we go to extras. Well, maybe. Let's see what we're going to do here. We're going to end in a tie. It'd be Riverton's first of the season. It'd be Lovell's second. I think they're going to check here. We'll stay with it, find out what we do here. It'll be a shame. Riverton will have, as they have been this whole game, just 90 feet short, just a couple of guys left on base that were wasted opportunities. Of course, at the end of that, it was 1 run on 2 hits. The run was earned, 0 errors, 1 left on base. And we'll have all sorts of no decisions. And we are going to extras. Good. Ties are no fun. So Kramer will come in. He's only been asked to throw, or he'll come back in as pitcher. He's only been asked to throw 2 pitches as they had to take Ty Martin off of the mound on a 3-2 count due to pitch count. Okay, so it's going to be a Texas tiebreaker, which means there'll be one runner on and one out. So we'll start with one out, and we will take the break here as Luca Kramer warms up. He'll be right back with the 8th inning here on WYO Today.
Embrace comfort throughout the seasons with Northern Arapahoe Propane and Solid Waste. Proudly rooted in the local community, supporting Fremont County year-round. Your preferred supplier serving enrolled and non-enrolled members. For more information, call 307-463-4185.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Your car or truck is an investment.
I didn't know it was going to be that quick. And welcome back. Gamble scoreboard reads 4-4. We're going to Texas tiebreak, which, according to I never heard of it when I was in Texas, but that doesn't mean anything. Well, I lived in Texas for several years. But Texas tiebreak is runner on second. And unlike Major League, it will be one out already. So Tucker Jackson, the last one at the plate, will be in the pitcher now of record, will be standing on second, and Leif Files will come up to the plate, and a pass ball on the first pitch by Luca Kramer leads to Tucker Jackson getting over to third with nothing really needed. Ball one to Leif Files. Kramer comes set from the stretch, the pitch, and it's going to be high for ball two. Pitch on the way by Kramer. It's high again. 3-0 count. It wouldn't be the worst thing to possibly try and set up the double play because, like we said, they start with an out. Luca comes set, going from the stretch, and it's going to be outside for 4 straight balls. Not the worst thing to put him on base, but the 4 straight balls to start the inning is a bit concerning.
Number 10, Jack Farrow.
Brings Jack Farrow. He reached on an error, got caught in a rundown in the 5th, reached on an error in the 3rd, and lined out to Hunter Keene, the shortstop, in the 2nd. So he'll step in. There's third baseman playing a little bit in. Runner's going to go, and he's going to steal it to get out of the double play. Now trying to make sure that no one stole it, no one tried to steal home. Carter Nosey kind of ran in, cut it off, expecting it, but now they got runners on second and third. Now we get the first strike of the day of the inning, thrown by Luca Kramer. Takes the count to 1-1. Double play off the table. Nice get a strikeout here, and this one's well high, up around the head level, and we'll take the count to 2-1. Kramer coming set. He's got 2 runners in scoring position. This one's high, and that's been kind of the theme so far of this inning is he has been high consistently. Time called on the field, but it is 3-1 to Jack Farrow. Blake Wilson will be up next. He had the single his last time up in the 5th, and so he's 1 for 3, having struck out and grounded out previous at-bats. And I forgot to change the inning again, didn't I? Kramer comes set, pitches high and inside, and they are now juiced with the 1 out that he inherited. And Coach Baker's going to come out. We'll take a break as Coach Baker meets with Luca Kramer. We'll be right back on WYO Today here in just a moment.
You need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of our local Fremont County student athletes.
And welcome back as Blake Wilson come to the mound. Coach Baker just meeting with Luca Kramer, kind of in the whole infield, going on over what they need to do. One out here, bases loaded, and the first pitch is a strike to Blake Wilson. Kramer sets from the stretch, and it's going to be inside. Check swing was Wilson. They're going to say he didn't go.
Check it.
Looks like they're going to talk about, I'm not sure what good the umpire standing at second base will do for whether or not he went past the line, but they are going to meet about it. And the wind just blew right where we get a fresh burger smell yet again. So I'm not sure what they're. I can't imagine they're talking about checks. One, the ump's not in position for it. 2 umps per game, him out past the pitcher, but it's an extremely long discussion as well for something of that nature. So here they come back. Infield is playing in. Should be 1-1. It was signaled the ball. He flashes up the 1-1. Kramer coming set, looking for his 14th pitch of the day. It's on the way, and it's high and inside. Takes count 2-1. Kramer has nowhere to put him. So he's going to have to give up potentially a little bit of a juicy ball up in front of him. Kramer comes set. Here it is. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So it gets him a little bit out of the trouble there of going 3-1 where he'd have to serve up 2. But he's got to be very careful. A K here would be big. Back-to-back Ks would be huge. Kramer comes set, and it's going to be fouled off, so we'll redo 2-2 again as Blake Wilson fights it off. Blake Wilson, the first baseman. Kramer comes set from the stretch. The 2-2 gets him looking for strike 3. Huge out there, striking out Blake Wilson. Now the infield will return to their normal depth for this situation. Coming up will be Kyle Wilson. He struck out looking in the 6th, reached on an error in the 4th, and lined out to Hunter Keene. Kramer with the pitch, catches the outside corner for strike 1. Kramer comes set. The 0-1 on the way to Wilson. Strike 2. Now 0-2 count. Kramer with a chance to pitch his way out of this here in extra innings with bases loaded. Kramer coming set. Wilson in the box. Comes with the pitch. Strike 3! Swinging, and what a job by Luca Kramer for the 3rd out. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, where Riverton will have, let's see here, Carter Noseep on second under these extra inning rules here on WYO Today.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
And welcome back to the bottom of the eighth. We are in extra innings here under Texas rules, extra inning rules. That means that Carter Noseep will go to second. Riverton will have an out already, but Luca Kramer, who helped walk the bases loaded with 2 straight walks after a runner on second, was able to get out of it with back-to-back Ks. And boy, Noseep means speed at second, and Luca Kramer has a chance to come in and not only be the winning batter, winning RBI, but gain the win as a pitcher, has a chance to be the hero here. He has a triple on the day and 2 strikeouts. First pitch is going to be looked at from number, is it still 19 out there? I think it's still 19 out there. 19 still on the mound. Looks at strike 1, does Kramer. Second pitch on the way. It's going to be low, but it's going to catch the bottom part of the plate and be called strike 2. So Kramer in an 0-2 hole here. Pitch on the way. Kramer's going to swing and strike out on 3 consecutive pitches. That'll be out number 2. And now we'll bring up Ryan Cox, who reached on an error in the second, but is 0 for 2 the rest of the day. He did fly out on a sacrifice in the 6th to center field, and he grounded out to the pitcher. So Ryan Cox going to look at ball 1 to start the inning, or to start his at-bat. Jackson comes set. The pitch to Cox. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Jackson coming set. And it's going to catch the outside of the plate for strike 2. So down to their last strike of the inning, because I think they probably will call it after this, a tie. Pitch, and it's going to be fouled off. He fought it off. So we'll redo the 1-2 count again, as Cox fights out off what could have potentially been strike 3. I'm not sure exactly where it is because we're looking kind of the very back of the umpire. Can't see exactly where that was on the plate. Jackson comes set. Pitch to Cox. Cox is going to hit it high and out of play for a foul ball, so he fights it off again. That one did look like it would have been called a strike. So one thing you know, Noseep will be going crack of the bat no matter what. Jackson comes set. He eyes Noseep, and he's going to get the K. Let's see if they're going to continue on. Nobody's hurrying out real quick. Umpire going over to talk to coaches maybe. Nope, they're going to come out. So we'll go to the 9th. Okay, so Kyle Wilson will be going to second, and it's tied at 4-4 as we go to the second of the extra innings, assuming this holds. We'll be right back here on WYO Today.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
And welcome back. So we go to the 9th. Kyle Wilson will be on second base to start it out. Hunter Keene is now the pitcher, and he will be the pitcher of record. Luca Kramer finishes 1 1/3 innings. He faced 5 batters, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and the strikeouts were huge. So 43 Owens actually has come in for Cove Jolly. Cam Owens. He looks at the first one for a strike. Let's try and get this in the right area. So Cam Owens will go in there, called strike. And this one's going to be hit right back to the pitcher on the 1-1 count. I did miss that one, and it'll be thrown over. 1-3 for the second out. Kyle Wilson will go over to third. Gamble scoreboard tied at 4. We've been tied at 4 since the bottom of the 7th when Riverton was able to tie up Mac Morgan, the second baseman, coming in. He's 0 for 3. Pitch is down in the dirt for ball 1. Keene comes set, coming to the plate on the 1-0, and this one's going to be swung on and missed to go to 1-1. So Rennig is going to come check in with the umpire. Not sure why. Maybe a switch coming up. Nope. So Mac Morgan will step back in. He's got a runner 90 feet away, and Kyle Wilson, the awarded second base position that went over to third on, will be a sacrifice. And this one's going to be hit 1-3 again. So Hunter Keene gets 2 putouts. When do you call 1-3? It's rare enough, but call it twice in 1 inning. So after 8.5, it is tied at 4-4. And now we will go to the bottom of the ninth here. Gamble scoreboard still reads 4-4 here on WYO Today.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
And welcome back as we to WYO Today's coverage of Riverton Raider baseball. As we check the Gamble scoreboard, it's 4-4. We do believe we're going to get another matchup between these two teams at 5. I do believe we should. Still on the mound is going to be Tucker Jackson, and you do wonder as it will be Ryan Cox taking up the Texas Rules second base position, runner on second with one out. You do kind of wonder if Lovell is going to pay in the 2 extra innings they've left 4 on base. The one everybody leaves 1 per inning because the rules, but to have bases loaded with only the 1 out. And here comes Jackson delivery to Hunter Keene, and the first one is a ball up and in. Now here's the interesting part. Much like Kramer had the opportunity, Hunter Keene, who struck out 3 times, does have the chance to be the hero, get the winning RBI, and be the winning pitcher. If he can get a base hit. This one outside. 2-0 count for Keene. He struck out twice, looking both in the 2nd and the 6th. Struck out swinging in the 4th. Bischoff had a way with him, as he did with several and on his way to 10 strikeouts. But Jackson coming set. The 2-0. And this is going to be swung and fouled back to the screen to take the count to 2-1. 77 degrees. I'm sure it's burning up on the field. Here it's a little bit cool. We got a nice little breeze going. Jackson set the 2-1. And this is going to be called strike looking. And Hunter Keene, the body language just where it really wasn't very good on that one. He kind of turned away and knew he should swing. But no, come on, kid. You got another strike in your arsenal, and you got a chance to at least move a guy over. Cox trying to give some encouragement, clapping his hands. Keene is going to look at this one in the dirt. He'll work it to 3-2. He almost offered at it, but able to catch it well before I'd even call it a check swing here. Count is 3-2. The run, as far as Keene getting on base, it'd just be nice to not get the out. The run is inconsequential. And here's the pitch, and that's down in the dirt, so he does draw the walk. And a huge error by Ryan Cox there. He took off on the walk, and he's going to get gunned down. And so now the Hunter Keene run would be extremely important. But there's now 2 outs as Ryan Cox got thrown out. I guess he was trying to steal or something of that nature. He just got caught up in a big base running error, being Lincoln Higgins to the plate, and he's going to swing. He gets a little piece of it, and it's going to be caught by the right fielder. And that'll be the 3rd out. So let's see, are we going to continue or not? Because now I'm going to run out of area. But we'll be right back here with the 10th on WYO Today.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
We believe that everyone deserves a second chance, including us. Hi, I'm Brian Robacher, CEO of Atlantic City Federal Credit Union. And if we said no to you in the past, I'm asking you for a second chance too. In the midst of everything happening, we are committed now more than ever to second chances and when it comes to your finances. An auto loan for your new car, business loans, home loans, and more. Give Atlantic City Federal Credit Union a second chance to give you a second chance. We've been helping our community thrive since 1964, and now it's your turn. Visit atlanticcity.coop to apply today. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
Wyoming Waste hopes that all Fremont County
And welcome back to Wyo Today's coverage of Riverton Riverton Raider baseball. Up at the plate now will be Alex Hedges, and I've run out of room, so I'm going to continue in the ninth. So, ninth, and then we'll. So on this, Alex Hedges will lead off the 10th. Pitching is Hunter Keene again, and he gets a strike 1. Keene with the second pitch, and it's going to be fouled off, so it'll be strike 2. Starting on the base path will be Mac Morgan with 1 out. He is on second. Keene here on the 0-2 count, and going from the stretch as they all will with the runner on second. And this one is popped up towards shortstop, and it is going to be taken by the shortstop. And I say the shortstop because I'm not sure who's playing short right now. Bo Anderson, he has moved around. And he is playing short. So Anderson with the fly out. That is out number 2. It'll bring up Jacob Bischoff, who was such an outstanding pitcher. He is 1 for 4 on the day. First one is going to get away from him, though. Keene down in the dirt. It'll be ball 1. It will also move Mac Morgan over to third. 90 feet away, but 2 outs. Based on the rule, you only get 2. Hunter comes set. Delivery to Bischoff, and it's a strike. So it'll be 1-1 now. Dare I mention, the key is you cannot have a wild pitch or a pass ball here. Cannot have it. Hunter winds. That one's down the dirt. Good job by Baker. As soon as I say that, to keep it in front of him, and the count goes to 2-1. Pitch on the way. Strike 2. Caught him looking. And now Bischoff with the Gamble scoreboard tied at 4. Trying to keep himself now he's a no decision no matter what, but trying to help his team get a win out of a pitching gem that he had. And it's going to go right to second and lined out. It'll be E5 as Noseep just takes it. So that is the top of the 10th. We'll be back with the bottom of the 10th. Gamble scoreboard still tied at 4.
It's like Wyoming Waste dismisses your trash. They offer services from roll-off cans, commercial, and residential garbage. Wyoming Waste Services, Fremont County, Hot Springs County, Washakie County. They are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please call 307-856-5354 or stop down at the Riverton office, 730 South Broadway. Wyoming Waste wants to wish everyone in Fremont County good luck in their sports this year.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
Welcome back to Raider Stadium. We go to the 10th. Bottom of the 10th, actually, with Christopher Rennick leading off. There will be one out with Lincoln Higgins on second. Some speed there in Lincoln. He did steal third in the third, so kind of watch out for that. Rennick also with some speed. You might see, maybe think about bunting here for base hit potentially. Rennick coming to the plate. He's reached on an error. Outside of that, the rest of his at-bats, he's been 0 for 3. He's flied out, grounded out, and struck out against Bischoff, mind you. Bischoff's the only pitcher he has seen. He was the last out, I do believe, for Bischoff, as then Braken Baker got to first and got a single, and it started leading to the tie. So Rennig with a chance to be a bit of a hero here. Line drive down one of the lines would do it, you would think. Rennig looking for something. You're right where you'd want to be historically as far as everything goes, but the majority of the top third of the batting order, top half of the batting order has been kind of quiet against Bischoff until he was subbed out, and they forced him out, and then they were able to tie it. Pitch on the way is swung on and missed. It is Tucker Jackson still in, and he gets the strike one against Rennig. Of course, one out to start. Jackson with his 24th pitch on the way. They were thinking about bunting, and it drew in the third baseman. And that allowed Lincoln Higgins to steal third. The catcher wanted to take an opportunity for it, but that show of bunt by Rennig, it does equal the second strike, but that show of bunt brought in the third baseman. There was no one to throw to. So Rennig has Lincoln just 90 feet away. Wild pitch, anything does it. Jackson delivers, swung on and missed for strike three against Rennig. Braden Baker coming to the plate. He 2 for 4 on the day, reached on an error and reached on a single. He stole a base and he scored the tying run, but he did start off flying out and striking out looking. Baker with a chance to win it here. Pitch swung on, and it is going to be down foul, back to the back screen here. It'll be 0-1 with 2 outs. This one's going to be popped up. Second baseman coming over, called off by the shortstop, and the shortstop's going to catch it. So that'll be the third out. Are we going to continue? Are we going to 11 is the question. Yes, we are at Rollins. We're watching Rollins. They want to get out there and get ready to play. As we're 2 hours, 37 minutes into this, we go to the 11th with it all tied up at 4 here on YO Today.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Riverton Blowdorn Lumber is proud to support youth sports. Experience the Blowdorn difference. Quality products, design, delivery, and expert service. Blowdorn Lumber, 1202 North Federal in Riverton. Blowdorn Lumber.
Do you need a midday pick-me-up? Lander Coffee Company serves delicious, fresh roasted coffee, tea, and other drinks. Come to think of it, why not start your day with their quick, healthy breakfasts, like one of their famous acai bowls, or maybe a breakfast burrito? Just need a quick snack? They got you. Stop by, fuel up, and enjoy at 1255 Main Street in Lander at the Lander Coffee Company.
Quality in Thermopolis offers great rates, a convenient location, standard room, and family rooms with bunk beds. Choice Hotel members earn points while you stay. Quality Inn is proud to support Fremont and Hot Springs County student athletes. Head to Nana's Bowling and Bakery in DuBois for family fun night. Now booking parties for all ages and occasions. To reserve your company, family, or birthday party, call 455-3660. Nana's Bowling and Bakery is proud to support Fremont County student athletes. And welcome back. The coaches and umpires are having a discussion now. I think they're going to cut the game. They are going to call the game here as everybody heads out. And both teams left a lot on the base path, unable to get anything under Texas rules. So neither team really happy, as we will end in a 4-4 tie. That means Lovell Mustangs will go to 5-10-2, and Riverton Raiders will go to 11-4-1. So we'll be right back with a very abbreviated Click It or Ticket postgame show here on WYO Today in just a moment.
For more than 60 years, RTO Point S has been installing quality tires and offering expert vehicle service in Fremont County. With 2 locations on South Federal and West Main in Riverton, RTO Point S is proud to support our Fremont County student athletes.
If you're planning home improvement projects, look no further than Valley Lumber. They provide nothing but the best from lumber, power tools, hardware, paint, plumbing supplies. If you need it, they have it. Valley Lumber at 290 North 2nd Street in Lander.
And welcome back to the Wyoming Department of Transportation Click It or Ticket post-game show. The Gamble scoreboard shows we end in a tie, 4-0. So no decisions all the way around for pitching and whatnot, as we'll now name a player of the game. And I'm kind of struggling on that, but I'm guessing I'm actually going to go with Lincoln Higgins. Lincoln Higgins was able to steal 2 bases, had 2 singles, striking out once in the 6th. So he goes 2 for 3 technically, because he was put on second once after in the 9th. But nonetheless. So that is how we're looking at a 4-4 tie. Your Gatorade play of the game, and eventually we will get this fixed. have it say play of the game, but our Gatorade play of the game is going to go to actually Luca Kramer for two of them. The 2 strikeouts with bases loaded in the 8th inning, where that would have been the winning run, and they could have done a lot of damage in the top half of that 8th. But Luca, after walking, starting with a runner on second, then walking 2 guys, a steal involved in there too, and loading the bases up on 2 back-to-back walks, comes with a strikeout of the Wilson boys, looking to Blake and swinging by Kyle. So that's going to do it here for our Clay-Gator Ticket postgame show and our coverage here. We will be back at approximately 5 o'clock, or about 4:50, as Riverton and Lovell, well, we're going to do this again. So for cameraman Connor and the crew at WYO Today, this is Kevin Shields telling you have a good have a good Sunday afternoon, and we'll see you at 4:50 with the Roy Peck Classic Wooden Bat Tournament Championship game here on WYO Today.
B&M Septic and Excavation offers prompt professional service. Call them today for a quote at 850-2200. They serve far and wide across Fremont County and deep. B&M Septic and Excavation is proud to support Fremont County sports.
Overhead Door Company of Riverton and Lander is your premier dealer for quality windows and doors, featuring quality brands like Anderson, Colby, Larson Storm Doors, and more. Overhead Door Company is proud to support our Fremont County student athletes.
For a place, a people,